fans in their seats here at the Oracle Arena as the Golden State Warriors look to grab a win in front of the home crowd here. Cleveland is working their way through a road trip going into today's game. Well, they come into every game with confidence, and this game is no different. Two elite teams put each other to the test, certainly, every time they meet. A lot on the line in this one, though.
This is a team with high expectations, and they don't end with the regular season.
And they've been every bit as good as expected, Greg, rolling through the regular season, and they're gathering momentum as the postseason grows closer. I would say they'll be dangerous again in the playoffs.
Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Mozgov in at the 5. Clock is at 3. That's short off the rim. The Oracle Arena was rocking last season, and with good reason. The Warriors would finish a league best 39-2 at home last year.
And how about that 39-2 record put them one off of tying the best record ever in the NBA. That record, by the way, belongs to the Celtics with 40 wins back in 1986.
Well, I tell you what, you look at the Warriors, and they were actually unstoppable in every way last season. Average home margin of victory was 13-plus points. A lot of those games weren't even that close as they let things get tight in garbage time.
Thompson. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. The drive by James, and it's sent back by Bogut. Thompson inside the line. The shot, no good. And Cleveland the other way now. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
And one of the factors, Kevin, that really hurt them in that game, the lack of success at the foul line. We all know how much those free throw woes can cost you.
And it gave those opposing fans a boost every time another foul shot clanged off the rim. I mean, that's an easy way to get the home crowd in your grill.
And more on the Warriors' home dominance. Shot almost 50% as a team at home, which led the league. Shot over 41% from beyond the arc as a team.
Back to Green. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Here's Rush. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Curry with the 3. And again, no good by Golden State.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
No one near him. It's rebounded by Golden State. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And we're able to overcome what was a really poor shooting night. And you're not going to be able to win with a percentage as low as theirs that often unless you defend.
No style points earned for sure, Greg, in that game. But they did hit the big shots when they needed them. And oftentimes it's not what you do as much as when you do it. He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Now here's Curry. He's averaging almost 31 points a game right now, an extraordinary figure for any player to post. Curry with it. Covered by Irving. Rush from outside. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Mozgov's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
And guys, the first year for David Blatt, he was second-guessed at every turn. And that happens when you are picked to make the finals, but also when you coach LeBron James.
The drive by Green. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. J.R. Smith picks one up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Different look here for the Warriors. Ezeli's checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Brandon Rush. Leandro Barbosa. He's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Shumpert comes in for James. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Williams in for Irving. Shumpert, no good.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Leandro Barbosa on the wing. It's tipped. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Dellavedova. Guarded by Green. And Williams, here we go. That's in there. Love with the assist. Williams has got his first bucket of the night. Looking to end the drought. And Green with the lay-in.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
So at the end of one quarter.
Oracle Arena, let's keep it going for your Warriors.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
A lot of tough D being played by them so far. It's been the difference maker.
Greg, no uncontested shots for the most part. That's why they've had success.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Iman Shumpert. Then there's Kevin Love. Then there's Tristan Thompson. And it's Jones in at the small forward position. Azili gets the bucket.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Now here's Love. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
Obviously, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk it over.
Well, Greg, you've played and you envision yourself as a coach as well. So, sometimes you need to make some adjustments.
And the Warriors making a change here. Curry's checked in. LeBron's checked in for Cleveland. Now here's LeBron. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game. And again, LeBron missing.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
So they take the lead.
Well, last season Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
Now here's Shumpert. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. 2 on the clock. Fires from deep. LeBron shot is off. Greg, Steve Kerr did win over the locker room in a hurry last season. They had finished a successful run under Mark Jackson. Winning accelerates everything. They certainly bought into it.
They really did. And people don't often appreciate how difficult it is to come into a situation where expectations are that high. But he also went out of his way to empower his players and really give them some accountability. Didn't try to hide anyone on defense and played to the strengths of his team on the offensive end.
Here's Iguodala. And another basket for Golden State.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
James with it. Picked up by Thompson. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Well, I tell you what, it was a really strong year for the Cavs. 53 wins for them, good for the 6th best mark in team history. A lot of those wins also came against the West, making it even more impressive.
Cavs were very strong against the West. 18-12 record for them overall, second only to the Hawks in the East.
And they really turned it on against the West from mid-January on. How about going 14-1 in the West in their last 15 matchups, and that included a 10-game win streak against the West. And he's not going to pass up on chances like that. Even with just a sliver of daylight, he can get to the rim.
Outside Curry. And stolen by James. Oh!
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. It was the season of destiny, and the Warriors certainly followed through. Clark, the best team in the league all year, and they finished the job beating the Cavs in the finals.
And they were on a mission from the get-go. They would become another team to win 65 games or more and win the final. Impressive work.
Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Iguodala comes in for Brandon Rush. Iguodala outside. Passes to Green. Off target with his three.
And for the Warriors, they had tough opponents the whole way. I mean, the Pelicans, Grizzlies, and Rockets, they all put up fights. The Cavs in the finals were just as tough with LeBron, but the Warriors found a way to come through. And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Curry passes to Bogut. Kicks it out to Iguodala. There's the dish to Thompson. Drops in the tray. Thompson's got 6 points in the quarter.
And for the Warriors, it had been nearly 40 years, guys, since the franchise made it to the finals. They had a lot of pressure on them to win and finish things off, but they got it done and did it in emphatic fashion, winning on the road. The title solidified them as one of the all-time outstanding teams in NBA history.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
Love's checked in for LeBron. Irving kicks to Jefferson. For three, Smith. Warriors leading by 3. And Thompson gets it to go in on the assist from Green. And that's 10 points for Klay Thompson. As you said, the Cavs put a lot of pressure on themselves because of the trade. You could see it affect the way they came out of the gate, Clark.
And, you know, it was just night and day, Kevin, when the Cavs began to relax and click. I mean, a total transformation and turnaround. They would go 19-20 in the first 39 games and then 34-9 over the rest of the season once those guys gelled and got locked in.
Curry from deep three-point range. That will not drop. Still looking for his groove. He's 1 of 6 so far from the floor. Smith kicks to Jefferson. And he gets it to go. Jefferson's got his first basket.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Iguodala, that's a two-pointer. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. 8 seconds left in the first half of the game. The feed now to Barbosa. It's stolen by Jefferson. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. The Warriors on top. They're up by 3. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And, Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet he adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. He adds the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. And it's Rush in at the 3 slot. Now here's Curry. Bogut with this screen on Irving.
Well, it's just been one of those kind of games for him.
Curry with another miss.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
Green with the block. Thompson for 3. And yes, sir, that one drops. Thompson's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Warriors.
Maybe with that, the lid on this basket will be lifted for him.
For 3, Love. Great D that time from Green. For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense, but their defense, you know, Gia, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
Yeah, I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season, and some nights the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up.
Spates checked in for Golden State. Then for the Cavaliers, Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Shumpert comes in for Smith. And Mo Williams subbed in for Irving.
And you know, with the Warriors, it goes beyond the stats. High character guys, tremendous culture. They had a lot of guys that could guard multiple positions and defend them well. That was a big reason they became champs.
And you just look at this Warriors roster, and there are a ton of defensive playmakers. That ability to switch everything and be fine is what made them so tough on the defensive side of the ball.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. They need this. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Shumpert.
Looks like he was trying to go for a degree of difficulty points on that shot.
And the foul on Mo Williams. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Kevin Love. Rush gets the bucket.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Here's Curry after the made shot from Iman Shumpert. Curry kicks to Green. Golden State moving it around. 6 to shoot. Thompson dishes to Green. From deep. But they'll get another chance. And Thompson kicks to Curry. Green with a screen for Curry. Pass to Green. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson. The Warriors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well. Just about 75% from the line.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year. But not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Bazili's checked in for Spates. Iguodala comes in for Brandon Rush. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. And that one's good.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark. And it's strange to think that early last year, all the talk in the media was about the in-house fighting on the Cavs. Goes to show just how much better things are for a team when they're winning.
Kicks it out to Iguodala. Barbosa passes to Livingston. Back to Barbosa. Dishes to Green. Green missing again.
Yeah, good tough D there to get a hand up and force that miss.
That's example number one of why he is such a strong defensive player and why he has such a great defensive reputation.
And it's Dellavedova missing.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
They get a hand on it. Ezeli kicks to Barbosa. He feeds it to Ezeli. Fires the three. Iguodala dishes to Green. Kicks it out to Barbosa. The reverse. He lays it in. Livingston's got the lead up to 12 now for the Warriors.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
Three-pointer, Dellavedova. And he gets it to go. Dellavedova's got himself on the board with three there. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Last time they met was right here, and they came out with the win.
And really brought an impressive physicality to that matchup, drawing a ton of fouls and, of course, went on to win it.
Exactly. They were the aggressors. They played a grinded-out, gritty style that they'd be wise to emulate tonight.
Back to Iguodala. And no good trying to get that one. And hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. The Cavaliers trail by 9. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Jones in at the 3 spot. Lets it fly. Curry's shot is good.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Love, no luck.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Curry outside. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half, still bagels in the second.
Irving kicks to Love. Another miss by Love.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
Now Jones after the missed 3 from Klay Thompson. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Jones.
Well, I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Love kicks to Irving. Here's Smith. The second chance effort. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
Thompson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. LeBron comes in for Jones. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
The Cavaliers trail by 7. Irving attacking. from downtown. And another miss by Cleveland. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. It's Rush outside, and that one's good. And the Warriors lead by 10.
And they're going to have a hard time climbing back into this game if they continue to defend like that.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard David Blatt as he addressed his team. He was emphatic. We're not getting it done, fellas. We've simply got to step up, get engaged, and try to battle back. Guys, we'll see if the pep talk gets them going.
Here's Mozgov. Thompson from long range. Thompson with the rebound. LeBron kicks to Irving. Irving double team. James with it. Picked up by Thompson. Thompson passes to LeBron. Shot clock at 5. Here's Smith. And that one's on target from the wing. Smith's got 4 this quarter. Clark, they can burn some clock if they want to.
Yeah, and maybe buy a little oxygen while they're doing it.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Really, they haven't worked it inside as much as they did earlier in the game. And the way they did it in the first half, I think they've got to get back to trying that. It worked for them then. It should work for them now.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're ahead by 5. 1:37 left here in the fourth quarter. .137 left in the game. Curry misses off the left iron.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
And you know, it wasn't just about getting hot offensively. Defensively, they've been stellar as well.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green.
You take a risk with those long passes. They're lucky the D couldn't collect them.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for Brandon Rush. Poked away. It's stolen by Bogut. Thompson dishes to Iguodala. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And Kevin, maybe the play of the game right there.
A tremendous instincts grade to come up with a steal and then attack the basket.
Game changer right there, guys. An unbelievable play to make it this stage of a really tight ball game.
And all of a sudden, the shots now falling in bunches. The complexion of this game has completely changed.
Yeah, and that was the only thing that could have brought them back in this game. Everything had to start dropping. And boy, have they gotten on a roll.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Curry. They get it again. Bogut kicks to Green. It's in!
Really just continuing to increase the lead. This one should be easy for the rest of the way.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, at this late stage, a lead like that has a team really feeling quite good about itself, and deservedly so.
From the inbound, Irving can't get it to go. Clark, one thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement.
And you love to see that, Kevin. I mean, I love watching unselfish play, and I know Greg enjoys that too.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
So we see the Warriors get the win here. in the place they call the United Center in Chicago, the home of the Bulls, where today we'll be broadcasting live. The Bulls happy to return to Chicago after the road trip. This is an important game for them because they've really been struggling. Just one win in their last 5 games.
It's always fun to be at home, Kevin. Home sweet home is what I like to call it, but you know what? They've got a tough visitor in the house tonight, and just because they're at home doesn't mean a win is going to automatically show up on the scoreboard. They've got their work cut out for them against this opponent here.
Yeah, and you know what? This wouldn't necessarily have been the first opponent you'd like to kick off a homestand. So you've got that to contend with, and especially with the way they've been playing here of late. This is going to be a challenge.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. So on the floor for Cleveland, J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. And it's Irving in the guard position. Here's Butler.
Still can't get anything going here after 3 tries.
Gibson dishes the Rose. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Rose against Irving. Love up top. Back to Irving. Mozgov with it. Now guarded by Gibson. And another miss by Cleveland.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And stolen by LeBron. The feed to Mozgov. Moving it up. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Mozgov. Irving's got his first bucket in this one.
And no doubt last season the Bulls were clearly preparing for the playoffs. They played their rookies but added a lot of playoff seasoned veterans to that roster.
Knocks it loose. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. Mozgov grabs the board.
Still looking for their first basket. 5 misses to start the game.
Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. As you mentioned, the Bulls added veteran leaders last season. Pau Gasol was the notable one. 11 Bulls Clark had playoff experience prior to their postseason run a season ago.
And that's invaluable, Kevin, to have that kind of experience. I mean, having Gasol, 2-time champion in the locker room, big. As is having almost a dozen guys who understand the intensity and the details that playoff basketball require.
Now here's Rose. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. 6 to shoot. Here's Butler. Smith with the defensive effort.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Now here is Smith. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range. And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Offensive rebound. Bulls trail by 4. Here's Butler. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Butler's got his second basket.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Iman Shumpert has come in for Kevin Love. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for J.R. Smith. And Mo Williams subbed in for Kyrie Irving.
And guys, the first year for David Blatt, he was second guessed at every turn. And that happens when you are picked to make the finals, but also when you coach LeBron James.
And here is Williams. Following Kirk Hinrich's 3. Double team on Williams. And there's the foul. It'll go on Aaron Brooks. That is his first foul of the game. 1:06 left in the first quarter. Williams kicks to LeBron. Williams sets a screen for James. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position. You could see the frustration on his face.
Heinrich. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through, Greg. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in.
That's good.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Jones is checked in. Last game for the Bulls, it was a loss to the Mavericks in Dallas.
And on an ordinary night, guys, I think they would have come out on top. That's just how well they played, but they happened to catch an opposing team at the very top of their game.
I'd venture to guess, Greg, that if that game was played in their building instead of on the road, they win it.
Cavaliers trailing. That's tipped. Tries to keep it alive. Brooks outside. Pass to Heinrich. Here's the three. Cannot hit. Shumpert. At the end of one, a close. And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Bulls.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. And it's McDermott in at the 3. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Irving. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Rose goes in. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Rose has got the lead up to 4 now for Chicago.
Well, here in the second, not as listless. They're showing some signs of life offensively.
You know, steadying themselves. After a tough start, they're back on track.
And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
You know, right call. Gave the officials no choice there. I mean, they've got to make that call over the back.
Yeah, I mean, he went chest first into the man in front of him. My goodness. I'm not an official, and I could have gotten that one right.
Mirotic is checked in for the Bulls. Cleveland also making some changes. Mozgov comes in for Tristan Thompson. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for James Jones. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Smith is checked in. Deflects the pass. Three-pointer. The shot no good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. It's a victory here for the home team. Last time these guys met.
A really close game between these two in that last matchup. It took a total team effort for them to get the win.
It sure did, and they got a lot of scoring from their bench, Greg, and I think that really was the crucial difference. Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly. The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part. And listen, Cleveland were the favorites to win the Central Division last season. High expectations given they finished third in the Central in 2014. But that's just what adding LeBron can do for a team.
J.R. Smith on the wing. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. Smith's got his second bucket of the night.
They're having much more success here in this game. Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
And the foul called on Pau Gasol. And the Cavaliers with some changes. LeBron, he's checked in for Love. Shumpert comes in for Richard Jefferson. And it's Williams in for Smith. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Williams against Heinrich. Williams kicks to James. 6 on the shot clock. The Bulls leading by 5. Here's Portis. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Brooks, the pass to McDermott. Back to Brooks. They set the pick. He dishes it to McDermott. Shot from the top of the key. The shot is off. And Cleveland will come the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
And one of the factors, Kevin, that really hurt them in that game, the lack of success at the foul line. We all know how much those free throw woes can cost you.
And it gave those opposing fans a boost every time another foul shot clanged off the rim. I mean, that's an easy way to get the home crowd in your grill.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer, was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
Here's Heinrich. Poked loose. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Count the bucket. And now just a 1-point Bulls lead.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Tristan Thompson comes in for Mozgov. And it's James Jones in for Matthew Dellavedova. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. Well, Greg, for Hoiberg, it's his first job as an NBA head coach. Now, we know he played. He's been a part of an NBA front office. Clark, he came from Iowa State, where he honed his coaching skills and was highly respected.
Yeah, very much respected, particularly as an offensive coach. And we know the Bulls are pretty solid defensively, and he'll be looking to ramp up that offensive approach for that team, and I think he will.
Here's Shumpert. From outside, off the mark. Outside Butler to stop the run and power down the jam.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the right.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Irving for 3. And no good. It's all tied in Chicago. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. You look at Jimmy Butler. He's really been playing well.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. You look at Jimmy Butler. He's really been playing well.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
Checking out the group for David Blatt to start the second half. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's James in at the small forward spot. The Cavaliers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
And it's Butler missing. Irving again throws. Irving kicks to Love. Passes it to Irving. Charity stripe shot. Chicago grabs the miss. Gasol's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Butler dishes to Mirotic. That's tipped and stolen by LeBron. Here's Irving. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. 6 points for Kyrie Irving. Here's Gasol. Mozgov grabs the board. Mozgov's got 5 rebounds tonight. James kicks to Smith. Pass to Love. Shoots the 3. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Gibson. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Portis, he's checked in for Gasol. Doug McDermott comes in for Mirotic. Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Brooks in for Rose. Jefferson's checked in for Cleveland. Irving passes to Jefferson. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Bulls trailed by 5. The pass to Brooks. Launches a 3. And the Bulls with another miss.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
Kicks it out to Love. Feeds to Irving. Makes it off the glass. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He's their go-to guy, and when he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
And finished off by McDermott.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch.
By himself. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and it's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
So for the Bulls, Bairstow, he's checked in for Portis. Gasol comes in for Taj Gibson. And it's Butler in for Kirk Heinrich. Cleveland also making some changes. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Smith. And Mo Williams subbed in for Irving. Now here's Williams. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. And another miss by Cleveland.
Boy, in the film session, they'll say that was a well-challenged shot.
And injuries, once again, were a central theme of the Bulls' season last year. Losing Rose was one thing, but then having Jimmy Butler lose a lot of time put them in such a tough spot.
Here is Williams. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Three-pointer, Dellavedova. Jimmy Butler with the rebound.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
And for the Bulls and injuries, a lot of teams plan for these type of things. There's only so much Clark you can do to mitigate losing your starting backcourt.
But I tell you, great respect and admiration for the Bulls for how they fought through the difficulty. I mean, their front court did what they could. The injuries, once again, I thought turned the Bulls from championship contenders to just a playoff team.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Goes up off the pick. And he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
And guys, it was a terrific understanding between teammates that made that possible. They really did read each other well there. That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will today.
Yeah, the defense struggling to take that away from them.
Lets it go from the wing. And it's Dellavedova missing. Here's McDermott. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup. So I'd agree with you there, Greg.
So he comes up empty at the line. It's LeBron with the ball.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Cavaliers lead by 4. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Cleveland leading by 4. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Rose is the 1 with Butler is the 2. And it's Mirotic in the 3 slot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Irving double team. Dishes to Mozgov. And it's off from 3-point range. Irving against Rose. Mozgov with the block. And there's going to be a foul. He definitely made contact with the ball, and in doing so also got the body, so we'll see free throws here. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Cleveland.
What a tremendous showing from the three-pointer all through this game.
Something that also stands out tonight is the number of assists they have. I mean, that's a mark of a good club.
Irving kicks to Smith. Fires for 3. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
The Cavaliers leading by 3. LeBron with it. And stolen by Mirotic. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Rose, no good.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
Irving dishes to Smith. Shumpert in the corner. Smith the pass to Mozgov. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. Kevin Love's checked in for Shumpert. Free throw off from Mozgov.
Now, one spot the Cavs did struggle with last year was help off the bench. They were last in the league in bench scoring.
LeBron against Butler. Now here's James. Not a lot of room. Love outside. Shot clock at 5. Here's Irving. And the shot is good. And the Cavaliers lead by 5.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
And the foul called on Pau Gasol. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, no doubt about that one with the over-the-back call.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to take him for a ride right there. Easy call.
James kicks to Love. James dishes to Smith. James against Butler. LeBron shot is off.
Oh, nice play on D. Got that hand in the face and prevented him there from getting an easy look.
Exactly. Alert and aware. Really reacted quickly to that shot attempt. He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half. Still bageled in the second.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special.
My goodness, that was almost a circus-like dunk.
Timeout called, Cleveland. Find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard David Blatt as he addressed his team. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
Smith drawn the double team. And so it's Cleveland with it.
2 minutes, 2 wide.
Here's Rose. Three-pointer, Butler. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. They've got to have better shot selection.
Smith against Butler. And it's Smith penetrating. And Butler sends it back. And they're able to recover. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
You don't want your best shooter even up that shot.
Exactly. Even the top three-point specialists in the league would probably catch heat for taking that shot.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. McDermott's checked in for Mirotic. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Yeah, showing off a really smooth stroke there, and that will add to their lead.
Butler kicks to McDermott. Now the dish to Gasol. Markov with the block.
That's his first personal foul.
It's the first, and that trims the lead to 6.
At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
And McDermott drops them both.
Flawless trip to the free throw line that time, and that gap just got a little narrow.
Cavaliers have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Irving kicks to James, and stolen by Butler. James against Rose. Here's Gasol, and stolen by Love.
Bulls foul. Derrick Rose. That's his first personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
At the line for 2.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Time definitely not on their side.
They need a very quick bucket, a real quick one.
That's good. And they are in the driver's seat.
Yes, they are. If they come away with points on this trip, Katie bar the door.
The dive for the ball. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. .32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Chicago has possession. Here's Butler. Yes!
As clutch a shot as I have ever seen.
In a word, gutsy.
LeBron outside. And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, will be headed to the free throw. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he is unable to get the second one.
They have a chance to tie it up.
A 3-ball would do just that.
To tie it up. He's off from 3. And so it's Cleveland winning this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was